Hi, my name is Jack, and this is Bible with Jack. And today we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 16. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had bore him no children. She had a female Egyptian servant whose name was Hagar. And Sarai said to Abram, Behold, now the Lord has prevented me from bearing children. Go in to my servant. It may be that I shall obtain children by her. And Abram listened to the voice of Sarai. So after Abram had lived 10 years in the land of Canaan, Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar's Egyptian, her servant, and gave her to Abram, her husband, as a wife. And he went into Hagar, and she had conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, she looked with contempt on her mistress. And Sarai said to Abram, May the wrong done to me be on you. I gave my servant to your embrace, and when she saw that she has conceived, she looked on me with contempt. May the Lord judge between you and me. But Abram said to Sarai, Behold, your servant is in your power. Do to her as you please. Then Sarai dealt her harshly with her, and she fled from her. The angel of the Lord found her by the spring of the water in the wilderness, the spring on the way to Shur. And he said, Hagar, servant of Sarai, where have you come from, and where are you going? She said, I am fleeing from my mistress Sarai. The angel of the Lord said to her, Return to your mistress and submit to her. The angel of the Lord said to her, I will surely multiply your offspring so that they cannot be numbered for the multitude. And the angel of the Lord said to her, Behold, you are pregnant, and shall bear a son. You shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord has listened to your affliction. He shall be a wild donkey of a man, his hand against everyone, and everyone's hand against him. And he shall dwell over against his kinsmen. So she called the name of the Lord who spoke to her. You are a God of seeing, for she said, Truly here I have seen him who looks after me. Therefore the well was called Beer-lahai-roi. It lies between Kadesh and Bered. And Hagar bore Abram a son, and Abram called the name of his son whom Hagar bore Ishmael. Abram was 86-year-old when Hagar bore Ishmael to Abram. For some reason, when people think of Hagar, we think of Hagar as the bad or the antagonist of the story, but we see that the Lord has favor on Hagar as well. In fact, it was Sarah who made that decision. It wasn't Hagar. And we also see that the Lord also blessed Hagar, who was Abram's descendants, to be multiplied through Hagar. Yeah, I think, God has favor on, even if we do make mistakes, he still favors, but there's still consequences, as we see that Ishmael is a donkey of a man. I think that's something to look into. What does that even mean in the original Hebrew, right? And it also says that his hand against everyone, and everyone's hand against him. He shall dwell over against all his kinsmen. I wonder what nation that is today. I'm not going to say, but I have my thoughts. And it's interesting how, even in Genesis, is affecting the world today, and the consequences of Genesis still lives on. I think that's all I have for today. I'll see you next time for Genesis 17.